Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, where you can see great games played badly. I'm John and this is Timberborn. Now we are doing okay. I mean, aside from the regular flooding that I cause. Speaking of which, we're going to have to do that. We do have a drought coming in like less than half a day. So I'm just going to go around and close everything up. And get everything ready. So we'll close these. One at a time, obviously, because I haven't actually connected them up yet. Which I probably should do. Okay, 0.3 days left now. Let's just make sure we haven't flooded. We've nearly flooded. Oh no, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I thought we were about to repeat our mistake. My mistake. I was about to repeat my mistake. Okay, that is filling up, but very slowly. So give it a little more time, and then we'll close everything else down. That's probably enough. So close these up and close these up. How is this doing? This is nearly there. Okay, we'll speed things along. Make sure we're not going to completely flood all this down here. Just let this fill up. That'll do for you. I think that'll do for you. And that'll do for you. Okay, so right on time, we've shut everything down. Now, what I'm doing over here is laying in some explosives, because I want to connect this channel up to this bit of water. So I'm going to need to destroy all of this. I'm going to need to level all this out and use a lot of explosives to do it, but I'm going to blast the channel through and connect this up so this spreads irrigation. This was a suggestion made by someone in the comments that echoed an idea that I had when I was speaking to Chris in the comments about this. Using the power laid underground underneath these platforms in order to not just spread power, but also spread irrigation. So we're going to see how that works. We can still obviously lay in power across here. That's no problem, because we'll be laying in platforms, so we'll be able to build on top of that. Right. Okay, so we still have 400 horsepower going through here. So we're running at about 80% efficiency, which is fine. That's going to keep all that going. We have plenty of trees in this district at the moment. Although we are getting fewer and fewer every second, but there's still plenty over here to cut down, which I think these. Oh no, these lumberjacks can't quite reach that. Never mind. And I'm going to move these anyway, so let's do that. Put one there and one there, and we will prioritize those. And as soon as they are built, we will destroy these, because I want to put in another log storage on top of here. And that's going to be the easiest way to get stairs up. Okay, but I will spin on for a couple of days through the drought, see how we do. We've got 6 days left. We should be fine. But I'll come back as and when something happens. If not, I'll come back at the end of the drought. Right, the drought has ended. The waters are about to return, and as you can see, we've done absolutely fine again, surprisingly. We're nearly out of water. We did do some sort of careful water management up here, so again we nearly drained this reservoir, but this has kept itself almost full. Set those down to 2.5. Yeah, so 1.5 water starts coming out, so we did all right there. But we'll set those to 2.5. We'll wait till the water starts coming through before we start fiddling with anything else. Yeah, we did absolutely fine. We're still producing explosives. We're still producing all of that. Obviously, we're not producing quite at full capacity over here, but that's fine because over here we are. I am in the process of still laying in these explosives. I have managed to dig this trench here, and I'm going to get rid of this lump as well, just because it's unsightly. But that's obviously going to take a little time to get these explosives up together. I'm clearing out the berry bushes down here, or some of the berry bushes down here, and I'm going to lay in some more maple, because we are getting through it. Now we've got 2 engines in this district. Over here, the regrowth is coming back in, so that's fine. So all that wood is being cut, which is great. So yeah, everything's going well. Food-wise, we're doing well. Water-wise, we're doing absolutely fine. Population-wise, we're doing okay. We do have a couple of homeless. I suspect... Yeah, they're all in this district. I'll just build some more housing, I think. That'll probably be the easiest thing to do. There we go. And let's pop some decoration in there as well for them. Okay, the water should return fairly soon. Let's speed things along a little bit. Because this obviously still needs to fill up. It's probably going to take about a day for that to happen. So, in the meantime, I don't know what to do. We do need more power options over here. So I'm thinking about setting up a couple of... where are we? A couple more powered buildings in this section here. We have a paper mill here. We could put in an explosives factory. It's an idea. How much power are we? We're currently producing more, 90 more than we need, and that's without those wheels turning. And obviously we can just put in another engine. Okay, I'm gonna... Well, let me lay in some more of these maple. There we go. And also I'm going to need to put in a lumberjack down here. We have 3 unemployed, that's fine. We are approaching our housing limit though. I might as well put the lumberjack opposite the forester there. Okay, and I'm going to spin on until these explosives are laid in, I think. Okay, the water's returned now, so that's good. We can start dropping that. Now that we've actually run out of water in this district. Oh, I did lay in some spare explosives here, so just before the water gets here. He says, trying to slow it down. There we go. There we are, just a little bit more space. Just because we had the explosives in this district and we weren't using them for anything else. Okay, now. Yes, I will spin on until these explosives are laid in. And then we'll think about putting in some more powered buildings over here. I might even unlock the printing press. Let's have a look. Oh, I did want that. Okay, so we're producing... Yeah, not a lot. Why have you stopped flowing? Oh, there we go. So that should pick up again now. Let's have a look. Why are we having problems here? Let's drop these down. Come on, John. There we go. Let's drop those down. So water is flowing through here. Everything appears to be back to normal. Okay, good. Good. Now we're producing plenty of power. So yeah, we can easily put in A printing press over here, should we wish to. That takes planks. We are producing planks. And gears. We are producing gears. And metal blocks, we can send some over. That's not a problem. Oh, that's another thing we could put in. That's 200 horsepower. Yes, let's put one of those in. There we go. And we don't need to worry about bringing the power up because it's connected directly to these buildings. Okay, right, yes. And now I will actually... Oh, we've got a bit of flooding here. What have we got these set to? They're dropped right down. Water hasn't started spilling out here yet. Okay. Come on. Fill up everything. Really nothing to do in range. Oh, it's because I haven't set these to actually cut, have I? Right. There we go. And I will now... Oh, dear. Now spin on. Okay, the last of the explosives have been laid in on this little unsightly nugget. So, let's set those off. Let's start from here, shall we? There we go, and that's opened up a little bit more space for us. And we'll just delete all that. And we'll wait for them to lay in the rest of this. Now, what is happening elsewhere? Not a lot, to be honest. The housing is built up here. We did have a problem with water in this district over here. It dropped right down. So I've put in another water pump, and that seems to be remedying the situation, but we are keeping an eye on that. Over here I've set up some of these extra bits to be berries, and I've put in a gatherer just because they're here and we might as well use them. Our smelter is up and running. We have just enough power to run everything at the moment. Obviously when the drought hits that's going to drop right down, but we can cross that bridge when we come to it. I do still also want to put in another engine along here, but we want to make sure that we are getting enough wood in. We have plenty of wood stored. We have 870 logs stored in this district, but I want to make sure that we're not just burning through our logs too quickly with the engines that we've got. This is all planted up now, or mostly planted up. I did leave space here so I could put in some more housing. I am building some more housing here as well. Because we are... Where are we? We are pushing our housing limit up here. And we do want to put more things in, so we are going to need more beavers. So I'm expanding the housing there. Everything else is seemingly okay. Which, again, is slightly concerning because, you know, I've expanded the log storage down here now, as you can see. A very elegant solution to the lack of space. Yeah, so the log supply in this district is absolutely fine. Where are we? Food we're absolutely fine. Water we're okay for. We could do with a little bit more. So it might be worth putting in a deep water pump down here. Where we planned to, so let's do that now. There we go. So that should get them a little bit extra water in. We can put in some water tanks as well, or should we just put in a large one? Let's put in a large one. Large one, yes. I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that. Right. God, what am I... My brain is not working on all cylinders, as you can tell. Firing on all cylinders. Oh, dear. Good Lord. Send help. I need help. I'll be back when some of this is done. It's taken a good few days. But the explosives are finally laid in. I've also put in a floodgate at this end just to be able to control the flow of water so we don't get too much flooding down here, which is almost certainly going to be the case. Everything else is going okay. I did again flood this area because I wasn't paying attention. But it's all okay now. Everything's fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Now, I am sending scrap metal from our mine district over here to this district where we have a smelter, and to this district where we have a smelter somewhere. There it is. Because this district is no longer collecting scrap metal, although it still has over 200 in stock to turn into metal blocks. But we're just going to send all the scrap metal from the mine over to these two districts to turn it into metal blocks. Yeah, that's currently where we are. So let's set these explosives off. Can we get a decent view? That's probably the best we're going to get, isn't it? So, let's see how this works. Okay, so here comes the water. So this should flow all the way through to here. So we'll fertilise this bit of land here. I'm going to probably continue with the explosives and level out this area here, which is going to be a fairly intensive process, I suspect, because there is 4 layers to get through up here to get down to this layer. But then we can carry on the irrigation tunnels and the power around this area as well. So that's the plan. Let's speed things up a bit so we can get some water through here. Hopefully that's not going to disrupt anything further downstream. I don't think it will. And let's have a look. Where are we? I can't see where the water is, but we got... Oh, there we go. So it's filling up. Yeah, that's fine. That works perfectly. There's no problem with the power or anything. Excellent stuff. Right. Okay, now I will cover that all up with platforms. The next drought has just hit. It's only going to be 6 days. Again, that's fine. We're plentiful here. I've put in a little bridge here because I was thinking about coming up here from this point and putting in another deep water pump up here because I'm not sure that it'll reach. It might do. Yeah, that should reach actually. But yeah, I'm going to put another path in up this way. Probably up the side here and then around. Maybe delete this path so we can actually fit the thing in. If not, I'll have to put platforms in, but we'll see what we can do there. Our path down here is nearly complete. So I've got rid of this bit of path and planted more trees, because why wouldn't I? Wood-wise in this district, we're doing okay. We're still reasonably full. How are we doing? 800 now. These are still growing, obviously. I've popped in a hauling post in this district and another industrial log pile on top there. But apart from that, yeah, that's where we are. I'm thinking it's probably time to open up a new district. And I know I said I wanted to come up here, but I'm thinking it might be better to expand this way somewhere and think about extending our canals, probably widening them and bringing more water down through this way. But we will need either deep mechanical water pumps, which take a lot of power, or we're going to need a lot of explosives, because we're going to need to buy ourselves a lot more land, basically. And the rest of this is quite hilly. We're quite smooth over here, and obviously we're quite smooth on the outskirts of this district. But honestly, we can probably spread this district a little bit further down towards here. and then maybe build an extension to this reservoir to fill up around here and fertilise this bit. So many options. So many options. But first we need to get through this drought. So let's do that, and then we'll catch up and see where we are at the end. Okay, as you can see, the drought has just ended and we've literally just lost the water in this section. We have been doing some sort of water management stuff. Oh, there we go. We can get that down to... No. There we go. How much have we got left in here? Not a lot. Okay, a little bit. So, yeah. Yeah, literally just lost the water there. Lost all the water through there. Obviously because everything dried up here and I forgot to close this floodgate. We still have some fertility because obviously we have this water over here and we have the water dump going on over here. But that's fine. That should now start flowing through, hopefully. Down here we've lost a little bit of fertility because the water level here dropped down a level. So I'm putting in some explosives there. The new water pump is in and operating. So that's taking water from that little, I was going to say man-made, but beaver-made pond there. I'm laying in some explosives down here to again deepen this section. I have put in another engine and connected it up to our power supply here. So we are now producing, well, now with the water coming through, we're producing 1500, something like that, but we're producing 1200 horsepower just off of the engines. So we have about 300 horsepower to play with at the moment, which is nice. Okay, let's close this up to its full height and do the same with this one and let things fill up. I will close that off to keep some water in here. Okay, that's kind of spreading, that's fine. But give it a few minutes and that will speed up. What I'm also doing over here, as you can see, what I'm in the process of doing, is putting in a second engine on this section as well. And connecting it up to the power here. Which will happen sooner or later, so I've got just a hook up there to connect it in here. I could have just put a T-junction on there, couldn't I? That would have been easier. But at least this way I can spread the power this way if I need to. So, it's fine. So that will now be putting out 800 horsepower into this little section here, which is way more than we need. Way more than we need. So we can now use that power to come off and build more industrial stuff over here. So I may even put in another explosives factory in this district and just string the power out. But we have plenty of power, plenty of power. I can also think about spreading the power from here further into this district or further out this way. So yes, I need to think about industry. More industry. Definitely we want... Where are we? I want to put a printing press in somewhere. I think that would be a good thing to do and start shipping books. So let's do that and let's connect it straight up to there. Yeah, that works. I've also been putting shrines around the place as well to give them some sort of spirituality, happiness. Because I've not really been focusing very hard on their needs, in all honesty. This district has a Lido, and it has now a couple of shrines. That's about it. It doesn't have a rooftop terrace anywhere, so we should put one of those in somewhere. I should probably drop this floodgate, shouldn't I? Whoops. Yeah, a little bit of flooding. Again, entirely my own fault. And I'm going to need to drop this floodgate to fill up this section here. And again, I will keep a very close eye on it, and probably end up just watching it flood, because that seems to be what I do. How are we doing? Come on, let's get some water through here. This is filling up. Let's drop these to their positions and do the same here. And then as soon as that water comes spilling out, we'll drop these down. There we go. Right, I'm going to put in some industry. I'm going to put in another explosives factory over here. How much paper are we producing here? We have a fair amount of paper in this district, so that's fine. So the printing press shouldn't take too long to come online. Do we have the metal blocks? We do have the metal blocks. Okay, so I'll put that in. I'll put in an explosives factory, another explosives factory over here, and plumb that in through the power. And then I'll come back. Yeah. Guess what I did? I completely forgot about that again. I really need to sort out something better for this district. I really do. Oh dear. Apart from just not being an idiot, I can't think of a way around that. Oh, God. Oh well, not to worry. Things are fine. Apart from that, they're fine. I'm having a day of it today. I really am. Okay, I'll finish putting in these other bits of industry and then I'll come back. We are having some problems in this district here. We have no water. We've had one death so far from thirst, which is what alerted me to the problem. I have started shipping in water from which district? This district, because they have a fair amount. This district is also rather shy of water, so we're going to need to do something about that. Let me think. That should do it. And then we can pop another water pump on there. And put some steps up there. Yeah, so I was not looking at the water supply. We had been doing absolutely fine for water, and then suddenly we weren't. So, yeah. You have no recipe. You're making wheat flour, please. Yeah, I've put in another grist mill over here. Because we're not turning the wheat into flour anywhere near quickly enough. I will turn that water dump off for the moment to save us some water. Yeah, and we'll have to see what happens. I'll tell you what, you're fine for water. So you send some water over to this district, please. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll spin on and see how bad things go. I don't think we've had any other deaths from thirst yet. No, we haven't. Okay, so we'll see what happens. And I'll come back when the situation is resolved, I think. Let's speed things up. So we've put in an additional water pump in this district. That seems to be increasing the water mostly, so that's hopefully okay. We are putting one in this district. We have some water. Again, that's a good thing. We have more water than we have beavers, so that's a positive. So hopefully that will get built reasonably quickly. Right, everything else is going fine. I've built an explosives factory in this district. Which means we need to send paper across here. There we go. And now we can hopefully start making some explosives. I mean, the power off of this isn't great, honestly. It's fairly variable. As you can see, I mean, it's 200 at the moment. It is what it is. But we'll be able to get some explosives slowly from it. Other than that, everything is going fine. He says tentatively, just checking that everything is, in fact, going fine. So over here I've put in our explosives factory and a gear factory next to it. And we still have plenty of power left over. On this end, I did put a power shaft intersection, a cross intersection, so that we can string... Oh, come on. We can put some more industry on here, and we can string the power out further this way, should we wish to. I decided to go over the path rather than under it, because going under it would have involved removing the path, and that would have been a pain. So that's the way I've done it. I think it looks better. Okay. Right, I will spin on very briefly to see how badly the first thing goes. It doesn't look like anyone else has died, so we may have just caught it in time. I mean, not in time for the one that died, obviously, but for everybody else. It looks like our supply of wood over here is absolutely fine because the trees aren't being cut down. I don't know whether that's because... Yeah, so he's got wood in stock. He's quite happily just sitting there waiting. So we've got another lumber mill. We've got our smelter. I'm thinking about putting in some more industry over here. But I don't know what we really need. I mean, we could put in another explosives factory, couldn't we? Really ramp up our production of explosives. We've got 500 paper in this district so far. And we're not doing anything with it. I'm going to put in another explosives factory. I'm going to do it. You can't stop me. I want more explosives. And we are going to need lots of explosives to level out all this ground here, so it makes sense. Right, I will spin on a little bit longer, wait till that explosives factory's done, make sure that everybody dying of thirst doesn't happen. Still hasn't happened. But we're not looking good for water in this district, certainly. How are we doing over here? Better, but not great. Okay, I will ponder this and and then I will come up with a solution, potentially. Okay, right, this is where we are. So we've got all the industries set up over here. That's doing fine. This district is fine for water. This district is fine for food. This district is fine for water. It is fine for food. This district, fine for food. Water, not so much. We have 3 pumps bringing water in, which isn't doing a lot for it. This district, also not great for water. I have put in another pump over here. Yeah. This district, he's fine. He's trundling along quite happily. Okay, let me... Let me do this again, but actually keep an eye on it this time. Yeah, we will end the episode there, I think. We've done okay. We've really expanded our... Oh, we have some dynamite. Might as well set that off. We've really kind of expanded our power network again. And I think there is a lot more scope for where we can go with it in the future. I will have a look at that in a second once... let's speed this up. We'll go there in a second once this is filled. Okay, that'll do. I did not... Oh, it flooded anyway. I did not overfill it. Good. Okay, yeah, so I want to expand our power some more over here. We're currently producing 1,200 just off of these, but our demand is now 1,320. What with the extra industry we've got over here. So I could put in another another engine in this district and connect it up there. Or I could put one on this corner here and connect it in there. And that would obviously use the wood and the labour from this district, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Sort of spread that out a bit. So let's do that. Let's pop in an engine there. Obviously we'll link it up with a path. And then we need to take out that, and that. We might as well get rid of that as well. Okay, and now we want that and that to bring the power up, and we want to plumb it in. Honestly, let's plumb it in with a cross, just in case we want to put something on here as well. Okay, so that'll be a bit more power coming through there, and obviously let's up the priority on the gearing arrangement. That way that'll get plumbed in first, and we'll get power back to this district here. Okay, but we are going to leave it there for this episode. As you can see, I have prepared the usual ending. We have some explosives to set off to deepen this part of the river. So I will pause it there, just so we've still got some daylight. And I will say thank you very much for joining us. If you liked the episode, please do give us a like. If you want to see more, please do hit that subscribe button. It really does help the channel out. Leave us a comment down below. Let me know what you think of my ineptitude. Also, let me know any games that you think I should take a look at, or any games you'd like to see me fail miserably at on this channel. Because I'm always looking out for new series that I can throw up. Not throw up, but you know what I mean. But thanks very much. Do join us next time. And until then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye-bye.